puts up a tough shot. Bounces around. Goes in at the buzzer. Working it down to 2-1. A deep three. Oh!
It's population.
That's how you win a game.
It's population. We hustle every day to find picks. You can tell us if you want to get rich. It's population. We robbing Underdog and PrizePicks. We the best in this biz. You ain't telling us shit. It's population. We love making money quick, fast. Cooking up a team card. The whole crew about to smash. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash. The dopest team you ever seen. Winning money, stacking G's. Bookies setting traps, but they'll never catch me. Some people get addicted like rats to the cheese, but I got one obligation to bring Johnny to his knees. Holding back the props till the morning he knows. They'll be fishing in the shack, plotting nukes with the pros. Only with craw, never reload. Elevated them up, amigos. We go with the honest, we singing the bloods. We know when the fucking cheat code. Party that I'm sweating, it can't be good for my health. Some might call it making bets, I call it investing in myself. I'm picking props like stocks, population for the win. Got my sips in by the buzzer now, let the games begin.
Unbelievable. Just happened. He did it.
It's population. It's population. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash.
The man is back after he got kicked
What's
off
up?
yesterday, but we're back today.
I don't know what happened, dude. I just got kicked out and I was talking to myself for about 30 minutes.
Bro, I came back on. You were like, all right, you thought you were still on the air. And then we were sitting there 20 minutes after. You were like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know what happened, dude. It didn't even alert me.
Oh, you didn't get my
Just, yeah.
Bankero live talk? Damn.
Damn. Well, yesterday was solid, man. Hit on a lot of live plays. We dropped in the Discord. Our core plays hit. AD got his first quarter points, first half fantasy. We love that the most. And we got on Denny's RA late after Kamara was rolled out. He crushed it. I think he had like 15, 16 RA. The biggest letdown were the Knicks. They are on my permaban list, especially Mr. Bridges. Just the matchup and past history was too enticing, and then being back in Brooklyn the first time, dude scores 10 points in the first half and never scores again. So never again, Mikel, you are sealed in the casket forever, ever. And Jalen Brunson too, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what about Brunsey?
I got Dick in the first quarter for his under. He went over the full game. That was kind of just like a gut feel mid-tier because he can get lucky at times. But it's funny because I said in the stream, like either OG or Mikel, it's a perfect spot for them. Like one of the wings is going to go off, and it happened to be OG. Crushed it. And then Hart got his first half PRA, and Jokic too. So overall, winning day, just disappointment from Mikel and Knicks. So new day, new slate, rinse, repeat. 8 games, it was 9 games. 1 game canceled due to snow. Was it snow? How's it snow in New Orleans? What?
Yeah, I saw someone say snow too earlier. I was like, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah, I had a buddy in Florida, in the Gulf. He sent pictures of snow, so that's weird. Okay, 8 games to work with today. We got extra 30 minutes, 7:30 Eastern start time, so that's nice. Let's get into it, man. Pistons at Hawks. These teams have not played each other since early in the season. One time, was it November 8th? Really good game, 122-121. Trey and Cade went at it. Trey had 35 points, 6-12 from 3, along with 13 assists. Jalen Johnson had a good game, but he is questionable. And the rookie, Zachary, is out. So it's going to be a little bit different lineup configuration for the Hawks today. And Detroit, in this first meeting, there was no Duren, so that's key. But IB did play. But Cade had a triple-double, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, 22 points. But got to take that in consideration that Duren did not play. But yeah, Tobias had a really good game, and Cade as well. So a little bit different here with Duren starting. It's going to change the whole defensive and offensive scheme for on the Pistons side. All the lines are really juiced, man. Like Trey's up to 26.5. I know it's a good matchup, and he's on a heater right now. But I can't do Trey, man. I'm going to stick to my guns. Trey is one of those guys where he'll let you down. Right when you are off him, and then he pops up in a good matchup, and you're like, all right, I'll give you one more try. And then, nope. So I'm good. It is a good matchup, though, for those who are interested. Since the Pistons, they do a lot of drop coverage, like I always talk about. As a result, they leave the three-point line wide open. They tell teams to beat them from outside shooting. They get back on defense. They crash the paint. They clog the lanes, and they just don't allow buckets, easy buckets. That's their main defensive scheme. So they're going to leave open three-point shots. The guys just have to make them, right? So, yeah, I mean, really good three-point spot for Trey, but Ice Trey can go ice cold, or he can just go pass mode too. So wait on the Jalen Johnson news. That'll be big. If he's out, that's a boost to Trey's assist and Dyson Daniels' RA. And Okongwu's really been benefiting with Jalen Johnson out too, right? He's had some big games. At least the last two against the Suns and Bulls, easy matchup for him. But yeah, wait and see on the Hawks side. I'm good on that. Cade's pretty juiced, man. 26.5. Matchup wise, it's good from the three. All season, the Hawks giving up most 3-point attempts, most 3-point made. So ranked last against three ball. Cade's getting about 33% of his points from there. What's his 3-point prop? 2.5. That's steep for Cade. He's only gotten this in across the entire season, only 46% of his games. Head to head, he had one in that game, went 1 of 4. So I don't know, man. His playmaking has kind of been, we talked about this before, it's kind of been down, right? Relative to what he has been doing. Tough matchup against the Rockets. They shut it down on the spot up shooting. It's just his potentials have kind of been all over the place. He has games with like 9 to 10. And not his usual like 20. So at 9.5, man, it's a scary click for a guy. I mean, if he goes score mode, yeah. But I mean, the Hawks all season have given up second most assists overall. So James Harden had 15 assists against them on the 4th. And about 7 out of 15 point guards covered their assist line in this matchup. So I don't know, man. I always like Cade. But with the line so high, like he's now at 41.5 PRA. 42.5 on fantasy sites and other sites. 43.5 on Pinnacle. Woo.
We just got to thank him for our overs we got out of him earlier in the season, I guess. So.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because of the matchup, right? Hawks running second fastest pace. They bottom 10 defensive rating. Second most assists allowed, like I said. Second most 3 points allowed. Yeah. Good 3-point spot for guys like Beasley, but gosh.
Oof. He should be in the casket. Bro, is he in the casket?
He's in a permanent casket.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Sealed.
Yeah, he's rough. Oh my gosh. Remember we took his alt that day and he went like 1 for 13 from 3, or maybe 0 for 12 or some crazy number.
Yeah.
That dude.
It's speaking of another casket guy, Duren, he's been in and out of the casket, not fully sealed, but he is in a good spot. Hawks have been getting killed near the rim, their bottom 3 rim defense. But with him, there's two major things: usage, super low. 2, foul trouble. Dude notoriously lives in foul trouble. He didn't play him this year. Last year, he played against him. He played 28 minutes. He only had 16 PRA, 4 rebounds. What in the world? I can't do it, guys. On paper, it's a good matchup. It's about even money line for his points everywhere. On paper, it's a good matchup, but scoring wise, but it's just I can't trust the guy. Is he gonna play 19 minutes because of foul trouble, or is he gonna play his full 26? I think the best thing to do with this game, if you want access to it, because it should be a good game, is a 2.5 point spread, 234 total. I think it's the second highest total on the slate. Yeah, second highest total. I might just do some alts here. I always like alting Cade's like rebound and assist. You can even alt his points individually, and then alt Trey's points or something like that and assists too. But yeah, I'm sure the value is really bad because I'm sure the market is adjusting to like this point total and pace. So if you alt Cade to 19.5 points, let's put his assists. I'm sure the assists, they don't have many alts for it. Yeah, 7.5. All right, that 4 right there will give you minus 105. The only scary one I would say out of those would be probably Cade's 7.5 assists from what we looked at. I mean, Trae Young has a pretty high hit rate on the 1.5 threes, especially in this matchup. Because he had 6 against him earlier this season. But yeah, it's really, Cade at 7.5 assists. He didn't even get that last game, right? It's got about 70% hit rate on it, so that would be the only scary one to worry about. So if you take that out, you would need to add something else on here. Can you make us 1-3? What is it, minus 155, and then see, it just sucks we don't have like a 5.5 alt line assist line for him. I feel much better for him to get 6+ here.
Yeah, I hate how they do that. They do that on the other site too that I have. It only goes it goes from 5 to 8. So same thing, bunk.
Yep, and his rebounding has been kind of weird. Because Tobias has been rebounding more, and then obviously when Durant plays full minutes, he rebounds more. But at 3.5 rebounds, 92% hit rate on the season. Head-to-head, he had 11 in that game again because Durant didn't play. But if he did that, the only problem is this now turned into a 5-leg at minus 115. Not ideal to have 5 legs for SGP, in my opinion, but these are all favorable lines. These have all really high hit rates, but you never know what can happen. Right? So Trey's potentials are still high. It's just like it looks like last few games he's just not his teammates aren't making their shots. So okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna stay away from regular lines here, guys. We'll see on the Jalen Johnson news. But let me know if you guys got anything else for that game. We can look into it more. T-Wolves at Mavs. This should be interesting game. It's a 3.5 point spread. No Lucas Toe. Low total at 215. So I'm sure Kyrie's popular talking point in the community. I haven't even looked, but he's playing huge minutes with Luka out, 39 and 41 minutes. And he's chucking, around 20 plus field goal attempts. And he torched T-Wolves both games this season, very early in the season, though, October 29th and December 25th. So Luka played in both those games. Now, that could be good and bad, right? Like, Luka opens things up more for him because I think that, that puts Jaden McDaniels on Luka and lets Kyrie have a little bit of the easier matchup. But now with Luka out, Jaden McDaniels can just shadow Kyrie and give him problems. And Jaden McDaniels can be a pretty solid on-ball defender. But T-Wolves have been struggling a little bit this season against pick-and-roll action. They're getting a little bit better. They were bottom 10 defensively. But if you look at the hit rate for guys with similar shot profiles, scoring methods as Kyrie, 9 out of 11 guys this season have hit their point prop line. Bane, Steph, Poole, Bane again, and obviously Kyrie twice. Steph twice, 2 out of 3. And what Prop Madness does with this is like they basically find guys that have a very similar shot chart profile, and then also play type profile, and they try to match the guys that have very similar, and they put this hit rate on there for you. So it's a good hit rate, everything in line for him to get the points, right? If you can catch it at 25.5, it's bumped to 26.5 in most books now, though. I think he opened at 25.5, and the public has driven his line up since this morning. But yeah, I don't know, man. Every time I take Kyrie, he just goes brick city. So I'm good, man. I'm good on all these guys. I don't bet T-Wolves ever unless it's an under. Especially guys like Julius, right? Unpredictable. And then Jaden, this guy, either scores 15 or 4. Yeah, there's still no Lively, so Gafford's gonna start and get all the minutes he can handle, especially with Gobert out there. Played 34 minutes against Charlotte, had 31 points. But Mark Williams is not a good defender, so that's no surprise. Head-to-head, he had 14 points coming off the bench against Gobert, and then 0 points in 13 minutes off the bench next game. Gobert can be had. So, but Gafford's lines are pretty high now that he's playing these big minutes. I don't know. Maybe it's fantasy, depending on what the line is. I'll just see. If it's a reasonable line, you should have stock opportunities against Gobert and Ant when he drives to the basket. So, yeah, maybe it's fantasy if I doesn't do anything. But that's it, man. I don't know. It just feels like it's going to be an ugly, scrappy game. Vegas thinks so too, right? 215 total. Speaking of ugly game, here's another one. Suns at Nets. Suns 12.5 point favorites. Another 215.5 total. Nets pretty much sitting everyone. So we have no Cam Johnson, no Zaire Williams, no D'Lo, no Ben Simmons. So projected lineup is gonna be Keon Johnson, Tyrese Martin, Jalen Wilson, Noah Clowney, and Nick Claxton. Watford remains out. Yeah, man. If Suns can't easily win this game, then they should just give up and they should stop trying to make trades like they're doing right now. On the Suns side, Beal is questionable. So I have to look out for that. I don't know, man. This one, it feels ugly. Keon Johnson, He's not a good scorer, right? He's just a spot-up shooter. The Suns are not a good defense, but they're actually decent on spot-up shooting, top 6. But he's going to shoot so much with all his guys out. And it's mainly going to be 3 balls. The Suns are bottom 9 in 3-point defense, so it could be a little scary. But he's 15.5 points on Fliff, minus 125 for the under. A lot of books have moved him to 14.5. He's minus 137 on the under, 15.5 on Pinnacle. It's a little value on Fliff, but he could just get there based on sheer volume, man. Because his minutes have been down lately. With all those guys playing, like Cam Johnson being back, D'Lo playing, Ben Simmons, so his minutes have been down, but they should ramp back up here, right? Let's just look with Cam Johnson out, D'Lo out. He's gone in over 2 out of 7 games of those, both of them out. Let's see, how many games is Zaire? Okay, so there's only 2 games played with all 3 of those guys out. Zaire, D'Lo, and Cam. He dropped 25 points in 37 minutes against the Spurs, 8 points against the Bulls. Much favorable matchup. Yeah, he's either going to drop, just like this, he's either going to drop less than 10 or more than 20. So probably a stay away, guys. D-Book. He's getting most of his points from free throws. So I'd look into his free throw prop. The only problem is like Ben Simmons isn't playing, and he's always good for 4 fouls. I don't 5.5. It's not bad. Especially if Beal's out too. I would say a slight lean on that. But overall, it's a bad matchup for D-Book because he's going to mainly run pick and roll. And the Nets are really solid on pick and roll defense. Number 1. So I would just say the free throws for him. KD. Again, free throws too. I think his threes are live here because the Nets sell out on the pick and roll, and they should leave KD open for 3-pointers here. And Grayson Allen remains out too, right? Or is he playing? I mean, Grayson Allen probably has the best matchup here, 3-point shooting wise. So I would look out for his props. I don't see him yet. I'm probably waiting on the Beal news. But yeah, this is all pretty ugly, man. Clowney is going to chuck, but this guy either goes 0 of 9 or 5 of 7 from 3. So volatile. That's offensively are very volatile. All right, Cavs at Rockets. We're all still here, right? I'm not kicked out.
You're here. You're here.
All right. Did Lundberg come through for us?
Lombard. Can't believe she fucked Lombard.
Oh man. I assume he didn't get the 11 points. We would have heard from J. Cole.
I know. I'm about to look.
Cavs at Rockets. Should be a good game. Only thing is like Mobley is out. Levert's out.
Tyus Jones assists. What do you think about Tyus Jones
assist?
Yeah.
If Beal's out, I'm with it. He definitely like gets the playmaking done when Beal is out. So.
Oh, Lombard. Guess how many he had? I call him Lombard. He had 11, bro. There you go. J. Cole just said, oh, he cashed money. Yep.
Let's go.
Let's fucking get it. Big Lombard. His name's Lundberg, but I call him Lombard.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you were right
yeah.
about Bonga too. You said take him out. He had 16.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek only had 4 rebounds. Loser. Damn.
Oh, because Bonga went crazy.
Yeah, he did. Carlick 5 assists. Okay.
Yeah, man. I think it just depends on the Beal news. Because Beal played last game? Yeah, see, whenever Beal plays, his assists go back down, right? Because Beal was out these last 3, where he popped off, and then Beal comes back, and Tyus goes only 4 potentials. Because Tyus is really just playing when Beal's out there coming off the bench, like, and they're playing alongside each other. Tyus is really just playing the 2 guard. They're not even using him as a point guard. It's like D-Book and Beal running point, and Tyus they're using him wrong. They're using him as a two guard, shooting guard. So, yeah,
Bro,
you want Beal out.
Those 2 guys you said that sucked. They had 1 and 0. Yes, let's go.
Heck
And
yeah.
TJ Shorts ended at 17 and 20 PRA, so we won that one too. Let's go, Josh. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. Of course, the PrizePicks it pushes, but hey,
Yeah.
1.5x because they bumped him from 17.5 down to 17 flat. So
Nice call. That dude scores usually. You said fuck that, not today.
not today.
Nice.
All right, what do you guys think about this game, man? Is this stay away? It's gonna be like a defensive battle here. Jalen Green finally came back down to earth. 8 of 21 from the field. Tough matchup for him. Sengun, this guy's an absolute bum. He's in the casket, sealed tight with cement. Yeah. Last year he had 24 points against the Twin Towers. His lines are so low now. And 19.5 I might consider the under on, but I don't know. I might.
Oh, J. Cole's laughing at me. He said game's not over. There's 2 minutes left.
Oh, shoot. Why you gotta get my hopes up?
Sorry.
All
Hey,
right.
he's at 17. Fuck him. I'll let you know. J. Cole, thanks for that, bro. Made me sad. But hey, he took it back. It's good. I feel you. God damn it. Just kidding. He's still at 17.
I don't know, man. I can't get a good feel on this game, bro. There's a bad matchup all across the board. What's up?
I was just gonna say there's a million games. No need to push it.
I mean, I'm always down with Sengun under first half 10 points or first quarter under points 4.5, but this massive juice on the under. Dude just does nothing most of the time in the first quarter. And you'll see Jared Allen the entire time because Jared Allen probably played all the minutes alongside Sengun in the first quarter.
J. Cole said he's over now. Thanks, underrated. Sorry, guys. I've been doing that lately.
But he's not over the PRA. I posted
He's
that
definitely
too.
not over the PRA. He has 3 assists, 2 rebounds.
Yeah, so the 27.5 PRA I posted with Lundberg too. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just do Sengun under first half points or first quarter points, man. And then one thing I wanted to look at is Clint out, or is he just not? They just don't have props for him because of Jalen Johnson news. Why don't we have props for him? Okay. I would consider Kongwu's under points. I know he's starting, but Unless he burns us from 3. With the Pistons that playing the drop coverage, like they shut down Sengun, right? Like only 4 out of 12 centers have gone over this line, or guys similar to his profile, because of how the Pistons, like I said, they play drop coverage and just clogged up paint. So I might consider that under. Especially if Jalen Johnson plays, then I would maybe consider the PR under 22.5. Because the Pistons are actually pretty solid on the glass too. They're ranked 3rd rebound allowed. Yeah, I think that's what I might do, guys. If Jalen Johnson plays, hopefully the line doesn't move down to like 21.5, but it's 21.5 on PrizePicks and Underdog, unfortunately. But Fliff you can get at -130. It's not bad for Fliff, but want to wait for that Jalen Johnson news. So I'll take note of that one. All right, sorry. Back to where we were. Rockets, Cavs, yeah. Let me know if you guys got anything. I don't really have much for this, man. Both these teams don't give up much, and then the unders are a little bit scary with key guys being out for the Cavs, and then the Rockets, you just got to land on the right one. Who's going to go under between Amen, Sengun, Jalen, and Fred? Amen's such a try-hard, man. But the Cavs are average against transition scoring. They are getting torched on post-up scoring, which is Sengun's primary method. So, I don't know, man. It looks like, honestly, Jalen Green has the worst matchup here. But he just get there on volume. I might consider Jalen Green under if his heater's over here. Okay, Jazz Thunder. This one's a little bit more interesting. We got to wait on news on this one, though. Okay, yeah. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, Jalen with the E. It's questionable. Hartenstein remains out. Yeah, so I think here I'm interested in Jalen with the Y. If J-Dub, Jalen with the E is out, because if he's out, then I'll just call him JY for the other Jalen. He will play the 5, and his rebounds potentials go way up. 17 rebound chances last game with Jalen Williams out and Hartenstein. I mean, he only got 8 of them, but 17. You want to see that for a guy. That's like center numbers, right? Anything above 15 rebound chances is really what you want for like a center. I'm surprised his rebounds are at 6.5 with juice on the under. So maybe the books think that J-Dub's going to play. But if J-Dub doesn't play, I think you can consider Jalen Williams something with rebounds incorporated, whether it's RA. He had 13 and 13 last 2 games playing, big minutes for him. Or his just straight up PRA. Because he's getting the scoring done too, man. 12 and 14. And the thing in this matchup is the Jazz give up the 3 ball, right? And Jalen with the Y gets 50% of his points from threes. He's a spot up 3-point shooter, stretch big. So it's a good scoring spot for him here. So if you want to incorporate it all, I would just take the PRA if J-Dub is out. 18.5, even money line everywhere. Good spot for him. I mean, Jazz are second worst defensive rating, allowing the 3rd most assists, and he can play make. It'll take over the Hartenstein role, and they allow the most 3-point attempts, and that's his bread and butter. What's his 3-point prop? 1.5. It's heavy juice on the over though, -170 on Fliff, so not much value there. But Yeah, I mean, he took 7 threes against the Mavs, 3 against the Nets, but the Nets play a much slower pace, right? So I'm interested here. I would just watch out for that news. I try to catch him before they pull him or value changes. 'Cause I'm sure if Jalen Williams' J-Dub is rolled out, they're going to pull all the OKC guys, and they're going to all come back juiced. So, but his playmaking, man, he's solid. He had 10 potentials in that game with J-Dub out, 5 assists on 10 potentials. They were running a lot of handoffs with him on the high post pick and roll, from what I saw, and yeah, 10 potential assists, 17 rebound chances. That screams RA too, but you lose out on that 3-point scoring upside too, right? So, there's heavy juice on the 9.5 though, minus 145 on Fliff for the over, and then I'm sure all the fantasy sites have him at 10 flat, bumped. So, yep, I'm interested in him. Obviously a good spot for SGA, but you just gotta hope the game stays close long enough for him. Head to head, he had 26 points, blowout. They won by 27. Only played 30 minutes. First quarter points, as usual, 10.5. He only had 6 points in that first quarter. 10.5 is so high, even though if he's gonna play the entire quarter in a favorable matchup, it's just so high, dude. But if J-Dub's out, man, it's gonna have all the usage. But I mean, J-Dub was out against the Nets, but Nets again, best pick and roll defense. So, and actually, the Jazz are 4th. They're top 5 in pick and roll defense. So I'm probably good on SGA, man. I'll probably just go with the lower line, lower hanging fruit with Jalen with the Y, and then the Jazz side rebounding here, especially if J-Dub's out, should be had. Kessler's on my ban list. I can't play him, but it's a great rebounding spot for him. He got exactly 11, but he played 36 minutes in that game. But the only problem here is everyone's back, right? John Collins is back. Markkanen's back. These guys aren't eating into rebounds. Probably eat into his minutes, too. He had 26 rebound chances last game against the Pelicans. But yeah, Sexton, Markkanen, and Collins were out. I think Collins is interesting here. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play. I mean, he hasn't played since, January 4th? So almost 3 weeks. But at 13.5 points, I know it's a tough matchup, but if J-Dub is out, that's a hit on their defense. And the Thunder will give up wing shooting and spot-up shooting, right? They're, 24th, bottom 6 in spot-up defense. So they're really stout on pick and roll and transition, but they will allow wing and spot-up shooting. And that's John Collins' main bread and butter, right? Most of his points come from that. Earlier this season, he had 15 points against them, but he played 31 minutes. So it's really just how many minutes is he going to play. He only had 5 rebounds in that game, but it's a good rebounding spot for him. So if you want to take the PR, and it looked like it bumped. So it was 19.5 this morning, and it's 20.5 everywhere else now. So there's no value there. But yeah, I think the rebounding, if you want to take a shot on it, the PR wouldn't make sense, but now that it's juice, I don't know. But the points are pretty low at 13.5. Fliff is minus 125. But again, it's just how many minutes is he going to play. So, and that's it. I don't really have anything for Utah now that they're at full strength. And unders, maybe consider, but you definitely want J-Dub to play. You want him out there for his defense, especially in the paint too. Yeah. And all these guys got their point lines in that last meeting, right? Keontae George got his. Sexton got his. Markkanen was the only guy who didn't get his. So Collins, Sexton, and Keontae all got their point lines in this last matchup. Except Markkanen. All right. Hornets at Memphis. So this one is another big spread, right? 12.5. The OKC is 60.5, but this is the highest total at 240.5. It's in Memphis. Hornets are shorthanded. No Brandon Miller. But they are playing better now with Mark Williams playing the main center minutes, and Nick Smith is kind of picking it up lately and picking up the slack with Brandon Miller out. And Miles Bridges is playing better too, so maybe it stays close long enough. But yeah, Memphis is full strength, right? So minus the usual guys being out.
Toon says, do you like Kessler's blocks?
Kessler's blocks. I usually don't play stock props, but let's take a look. It's heavy juice on the 1.5. He had exactly two in that last meeting. Yeah, I guess it just also depends, like, is he going to play normal minutes, all these guys back, or his minutes going to go down? Let's look at blocks allowed. OKC is average in terms of blocks allowed. Let's look at to the center position. Average. I don't know, man. If you had a good read on it, go with the gut on it for sure. I will say, if J-Dub is out, it probably is going to reduce Kessler's stock potential because J-Dub is a slasher. He attacks the basket, right? But if J-Dub is out and you got Jalen with the Y starting at the 5, he's a stretch big. Like I said, he's gonna bring Kessler out away from the basket and shoot threes, and that's gonna lower his Kessler's block potential. But obviously SGA will attack the basket. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of 3-point shooting if J-Dub is out here because Dort just shoots threes. Jalen with the Y just shoots threes, and then Isaiah Joe, when he's in there, he'll just shoot threes. So it'll really just be Casey Wallace and SGA that are gonna attack near the basket. Something to consider. Also, that's something to consider for reboundings for Kessler too, because if J-Dub's out, and then you have Jalen Williams out there and playing big minutes at the 5, like I said, he's gonna be stretching Kessler out away from the rim. We saw that happen. Kessler versus the Hornets. The Hornets were bringing Kessler away from the basket on defense and getting Kessler switched on to LaMelo, and they were headhunting him with LaMelo, and so it just like destroyed Kessler's rebound potential like completely. So he had 8 rebounds? Yeah. And he only had 18 rebound chances, which is pretty low for him because he's been averaging like anywhere from 23 to 25 rebound chances. So same thing could happen here, man. I see why there's juice on the under 10.5 rebounds now, because on a normal day with Hartenstein playing and J-Dub playing, this would be a really good rebound spot for him. But I see what the bookies are doing here. I get it. Okay.
Big Ren's here. He said he loves Jalen with the Y tonight.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Big Ren. Let's hope that J-Dub sits.
He says PR. He likes his PR.
I like anything rebound incorporated, but also I think you want access to his assists too, man. He had 10 potentials last game with J-Dub out. They were running the offense through him at the high post, so something to consider. Because the Jazz give up third most assists too, and they bleed assists to bigs in the high pick and roll and high post action because they give up a lot of 3-pointers, spot up shooting. So, and that's mainly where those assists are converted from centers on the high post. Okay, So I'm leaning more RA and PRA, but PR could work too. You guys like anything Memphis here? Juice lines, a potential blowout? Hornets are average pretty much in every category. Pick and roll defense, transition defense, spot up defense. You know, you're going to get probably 30 minutes out of Ja. Can you get the 22 and a half in 30 minutes against Hornets? Sure. But, I don't know. You still have Triple J out there. You got Bane out there. Bane's been chucking, scoring lately too. So you're going to have to choose between these three. It's a high total. Good matchup, but I don't know. How do we... Oh, I don't know. Talk me off this. How do we feel about Edie? So... Mark Williams, I feel like Edie's gonna have to play more minutes here, right? Like Brandon Clark cannot handle size-wise Mark Williams. I feel like Edie picks up more minutes. Maybe mid-20s here. Let's see. I don't know, because then he played Gobert and he only played 19 minutes. You would think he would pick up more minutes here. It's a good scoring spot because Mark Williams, we just saw what did against him, right? Yeah, they're giving up 8th most points near the rim. Scary click, guys. PR 13.5.
Oh, Edie time.
Minus 125 on Fliff. Not bad value. It's 14.5 most places. Minus 125 for 13.5 on Fliff. It's really just minutes, if he gets the minutes or not. Because, the games he's not getting it, he's just not getting the minutes. 7 minutes, 19 minutes, 17. But if he can get mid-20, like here in this stretch, I don't know, guys. It's kind of just a gut feel. I feel like they need him against Mark Williams. Mark Williams is huge, man.
Ren says if you feel that way, then Edie's points is a smash. If you feel that way.
You would think. Maybe not even fuck with his rebounds, honestly. Brandon Clark is 6'8", dude. 215 pounds. Like, Mark Williams, he cannot.
Edie's going to look like a taco out there.
Yeah, Mark Williams is 240, 7 foot, true 7-footer, bro. There's no way Brandon Clark can handle that. It's got to be Edie. And he's getting cooked. Mark Williams is playing phenomenal on offense for him this season, but he's getting cooked. Gafford dropped how much on him? We saw almost 30 points. It has to be like a season high. 31 points.
Oh, wow.
On Mark Williams.
That's not a season. That's a career high.
It's got to be, bro. I don't know, guys. This guy, the only problem is this guy is goofy as fuck, man.
You like that, though.
Look at this guy, man.
Just give him the casket ultimatum.
He won't even fit in a casket. We'll have to put him in like a shipping container and fucking bury him, bro. We get a big ass shipping container.
That's okay.
If
you let him know, bro. Sometimes when you let them know before the game starts, they do it for you. They don't want to be in that shipping container.
You're right, but gosh, man, it looks like straight out of like Hills Have Eyes, man. Chernobyl or something. They found this dude.
He's Frank.
You can get him at
cousin, bro.
It is. You can get him at 6.5 on Fliff minus 130. PrizePicks 7 flat.
Wow, Breonna Stewart, it's uncle, nephew.
Treat yourself.
Nephew.
Yeah.
Breonna Stewart's cousin. Third cousin. Dude,
yeah, treat yourself.
Over first half, 3.5 points. Toon says Zach can't stay out of foul trouble. That's his problem.
That's a good point. And Mark will probably draw fouls on him, bro. He's what, he had 10 free throw attempts against the Jazz, 10 against the Suns, only 2 against the Bulls, but Bulls don't really foul that much. Yeah. That's a good point. Even though if they want to give him more run, maybe he just can't stay out there because he can't keep his hands to himself. He misses the dorm room ladies. So yeah. What's his first half look like? And then we'll just move on. Is he playing more in the first half, guys? In this game, he did at least.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even touch the court in the second half here. Blowout, though. He didn't even touch the court. Yeah, guys, maybe first half it is. I hope he doesn't get in early foul trouble. I mean, he's not fouling these last 3 games. 1 foul, 0 fouls, 1 foul. Maybe first half it is. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, he's not touching the court in the fourth quarter. He's definitely playing more minutes in the first half. So let's do that. Let's do, you said it's 3.5 points? So we're playing a little bit of tech?
No, I don't know. I was just joking.
Oh, I hate this guy, man, but schematically it makes sense.
You love him. It's going to be fun cheering for him.
If it's 3.5 points, I think you consider it, bro.
Yeah,
he's playing most of his minutes in the first half. Let's look.
Okay.
Let's look.
I was just joking because Emerson in his first half, Brianna Turner plays.
Oh, look at this. Shit picks is smart.
They're like, nope, can't have that points. We're going to throw that rebounds in there. Like Frankenstein's going to get an assist too. Mm-mm.
All right, guys. I think
do it, bro. 6.5.
Can we do it?
Hey, can we alt it down on a Fliff to 3.5?
Yeah, right?
Let me look.
This would be a good game for SGP for sure because of potential blowout, but it should be a shootout. So, yeah, let's do it. And then I think what we can do is I think we can – so the best way to attack Memphis is spot-up shooting and, like, the 2 guard. So that's going to be guys like Nick Smith. He's at 10.5 points. I don't want to take that straight up. So he's a good one to alt down to. $4.5.
That's not bad though. Minus 285.
It's not bad.
Can you get 5 points, Big Edie? Can you just get 5 points?
How many rebounds can you get us? 4?
1 a quarter,
and
buddy.
then
1 a quarter.
It looks like they don't have Nick Smith on here, so I don't know. Oh, there he is. They don't have his points. He was one I was going to talk about. But they don't even have his PR. Do they? Yeah, they do. 7.5, bro. Are you kidding me? Like 9.5? He should get that. 9.5?
He better.
Come on.
But I mean, casket ultimatum for him.
Look at, I mean, he only played 16 minutes a game, but if he plays his normal 20 plus minutes starting, he should get the 9.5. All right, I'm with it. I'll call this the bum slip, bum SGP. Minus 130. You can throw in, obviously, LaMelo or Ja, or one of the main Memphis guys at alt line. Boost odds, or just take Memphis money line. What does that get you? Minus 105. If you want a bum slip.
I like that.
Okay, we head out soon, but yeah, I would say Nick Smith at low lines if you can catch it.
Ren said he loves Nick Smith too.
Yeah, he was 10.5, but he bumped to 11.5. Miles Bridges has been playing well, but this guy's hard to trust. But it's a good spot for him because most of his scoring is from spot up. That's where Memphis gives up their points, and then transition and free throws. So good spot for Miles too. I never play LaMelo, so but Ja's defense is very weak, so I get it if you want to play him. Warriors at Kings. I got nothing here, man. We'll probably do our Big Two special first half PRA. Sabonis, that's his favorite. It's his wagon. Warriors should get stomped here. We're just trending down. We're playing. Everyone's hurt. Dre's out. Kuminga's out. Extended time. So, yeah, Moses Moody, good spot for him. Spot up shooting. Kings dead last in spot up shooting. I always take spot up shooters against him. It's just his minutes are volatile with Steve Kerr. Like, he played 32 minutes last game because he played all cleanup a garbage run against the Celtics because they lost by 40. So, but it was 10.5 points, and it looks like it's bumped to 11.5. So I liked it at 10.5 consideration. Maybe consider his threes 1.5 because that's how he's gonna burn the Kings. So I don't mind the 1.5 if you can find it in whatever book you're in. And that's it, man. Sabonis doesn't have the best history against the Warriors, and somehow the Warriors are number one in near the rim defense. So yeah, but all these centers have cleared against the Warriors as of late. Bam, Sabonis himself, Sengun, 1 out of 2, Jokic, no surprise. So Monk usually has good history against Warriors as well. So, but they're pretty good on pick and roll defense. But such a big hit with Dre out and Kuminga for their defense. Celtics at Clippers. I'm fading the Celtics. I'm good on that. Porzingis, I think, is questionable. Big thing here is the Clippers side. Harden's questionable. Norman Powell's questionable. Right? I don't know if we got any news on that, but Norman Powell's already ruled out, correct? So if all those guys are out, if Harden, Powell are out, I would look for KPJ here. He should play all the minutes he can handle. And then I assume Bones Highland backs him up. Bones Highland will probably play the KPJ role and play like 16 minutes, and KPJ would play all the point guard minutes he can handle. So it is Ty Lue. You can't trust him for anything, man, when guys are out. So it might start a guy like Mo Bamba and only play him in the first quarter and third quarter and only play 15 minutes. But I just don't see how they don't play KPJ huge minutes if Harden and Powell are out. So look out for his lines once this news drops. We won't get it because it's a late night hammer at 10:30 Eastern. So probably we'll just take them as individual bets late at night, as straight bets, depending on what KPJ's lines are. Probably want points, something points or points and rebounds. He can't play make, but he's going to be passing to a lot of bums. So yeah. And we've seen the Celtics get burned by athletic scoring guards too. So, and they're probably going to be lazy on defense in a game they know they should easily handle with all those guys if they're out. And that's it, guys. Let me know if you got anything else before we head out. I think it's okay slate. I think a lot of this is just pending news, and hopefully news breaks our way for a lot of these games, right? Got to get the bum slip in. SGP slip in for the Memphis game. That'll be a fun one to cheer for. Probably do half a unit on it. And then, I'm interested in the Jalen Williams with the Y. J-Dub's out. And then...
the bum slip. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to wait on a lot of news. But, yeah, I'll probably do the SGP alt lines for this game. And then, like I said, Jalen Johnson is ruled in. And I'll consider PR under for Okongwu in this matchup.
Okay. Better score 5 points, bum. Bum Edie.
What?
Bum Edie. You better score 5 points. Oh, bum Edie.
Yeah, and then if you're on PrizePicks, just take his first half PRA. Does PrizePicks have his alt line at 4.5 as Goblin?
Maybe.
They do not. Oh, they do. 3.5 points. There you go.
3.5.
The payout's gonna be so
nothing.
Shitty on that.
It's like nothing, probably.
The 5.5 is interesting though.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not too bad because the 4.5 was what we saw, minus 280. So instead of the 5.5, it's like minus 190 or something like that.
This is funny.
Treat yourself to some Edie, Unready. You want it?
I'm in it. I just gotta wait for your final slip in the Discord. I'm gonna tail it. Just gotta make sure it's the right one.
If you forever's here right now, this is a personal bet. Don't follow it, but I am going after this girl,
Haley.
Yes, I'm taking her under points and under PRA in separate slips. She's facing top 3 defense in her conference, and she is having an epic run for her standards. And it's time for her to come down to earth. So
why can't we tail it? Only you can play it, or we can play it.
It's just I'm.
You don't want to feel the pain of others as well if this doesn't work out. You mean?
Because she's just burned us so many times, countless times over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
so you mean play it at your own risk and basically don't cry if it doesn't work. Don't even let you know if it doesn't hit. If it hits, I'll let you know. I'll be like, I played it. If it doesn't hit, I'll just be quiet.
Yeah, I mean, she is not that girl, man. Like 3 games in a row scoring more than 20. But prior to that, bro, she was not getting that, man.
And this defense is tough. Okay, I'm with it.
This defense is tough. They're really tough on the 3-point shooting.
Is she on Dabble? Big Haley?
Yeah, she's on Dabble. I mean, check this out. She barely got over UCF, which is a bad defense.
She was chucking.
But she made 6 threes, and she barely went over by 1 point.
Why is she just shooting like that in these last 2 games?
Season high.
Why?
High.
Just because you played her under? Or
yeah.
What?
Yep.
Yeah. I love it.
But I think I actually that's a career high threes made for her in that game. And she's still with a career high 3-point made. She still barely got over that 19.5 points. So,
when's that game?
Yeah, that game is at
4:30. Okay.
4:30.
All right. So we can wait for some news before we pair it up.
They're due for a conference loss too. They're 7-0 in the Big 12. Come on, OK State. Let's get the upset here.
19.5 on PrizePicks too. Her points.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Same on Dabble. Bunk Haley.
Edie would approve, man. He's down with some Haley. I'm sure he would take her to the dorm room. No doubt.
She'd have she'd have to answer a lot of questions when she got back to her girlfriends. They'd be like, so yeah, tell me about it.
Right?
Ugh. Crazy.
I'll look more at the women's college basketball board too.
That shit's fun, bro. The women's college yesterday. Is fun. That shit's fun.
Especially since they give us like these D2 schools too, where like the defense is horrible and they put these girls at like low point lines. It's like easy overs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Back at it tomorrow.
Right, man. Sounds good. We will see you in the Discord, sir. And
big slate tomorrow. Another big one.
Okay. So. Looks good. All right, dude. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Deuces.